Hello, this is Sean Fry of 3BComics, better known as, yeah, or Biff Bim Boom Comics. This is day one of my Kickstarter. It's first impressions, first thoughts. Last night, we launched it September 21st, 2019, first launch. Nervous, a lot of goosebumps. But yeah, like the journey to this first Kickstarter has been really stressful, fun, emotional, and just good all the way around. I always say it's good all the way around. But yeah, for the most part, it's been good all the way around. I've been just grinding, even if nobody else, even if it feels like nobody else is really paying attention. I've been grinding for a long time. I've been doing this since this the pitch. I've been doing this just the pitch that I usually give, like when I'm at a convention or something. But it's definitely more than just a pitch. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old, 27 now, and this right here, my company, characters, all this, I've been doing for a long, long time. Whether anybody paid attention or not, it's been really cool. Like our very first year, we back in August we celebrated our first year, and that was first year as a company. I've been doing it as an artist for like the longest, but it felt right. Like I remember just huddled up, collecting, drawing characters, and not knowing where I wanted to go with him. Put a story together, and yeah, it's man, my hard work is paying off. Win, lose, or draw with this first Kickstarter. I mainly launched it because I didn't want to think about what could go wrong or anything. I just wanted mainly the experience. Like I got tired of being nervous about launching my Kickstarter. I wanted to put it out there finally, like I've done with the business and my artwork. Just wanted to put it out there and let it fall where it may. But yeah, for the most part, I feel that it's a success, even if I've run into a snafu, a failure, or anything like that. Everything I've done since I first picked up a pen and drew out my first character, I feel like it was a success. Here we are. It's an amazing ride, stressful, because I really want this, like in the, anybody that supports me, I want them to have this. It's more than a product. You're buying me in a sense. It's just hard work. It's hard to get people to notice your hard work. You grind and you bust your butt for just somebody to notice, man. It's like you don't want to say it like that, but it's just man, you work so hard and put so much effort into it, learning, and finally you just pull the trigger and make something happen. And it's cool when it pays off because it's like, dang, finally, man. But and some days it's just too soon. It may flop, but it's just too soon. You're ahead of everybody else, and I felt like that for a long time. I felt like I was ahead of the grain for so long, and I gotta catch people up to where I'm at, and that can be stressful when you feel like you're 3 or 4 steps ahead of everybody else, and you have to basically not really stop, slow down so they can catch up to you, and then that in itself is very stressful, especially when you're working with a team. I feel we need just more as a creator. It just you wear so many hats when you own the company that it can be really stressful like that. I'm talking about my Team Apex book. The story I've actually written before, but this one was I made it more pristine, more detailed, more like polished from my other stuff that I do. Story I already have laid out and things like that, but the characters they said themselves are just different aspects of my personality when I first designed them. Back when 12 years old when I created my first one, Electro Man. Yeah, but Electro Man was my very first character, and I've been through a lot with this character. He's the very first one. He's the basically the sun in the the solar system of my universe. Everything revolves around him. He's the first superhero. To he's what my other characters look to inspire to be, and he's the closest one to my heart because he's the first. Um, then from there, Night Eagle was my next one. I made her like I think a few months after. She's cut from the Batman cloth. Like when I first designed her, uh, she was someone I just because you always when you design characters you create a super group. You need at least one person that's kind of earthbound, kind of grounds the group. That's her. She's a strategist, similar to Batman. And I wanted her character to be more. She represents my personality, the more silent leader. She gets the job done, like no matter how dirty or like tough it can be. She's a grinder, and that's her aspect to basically she gets the job done when everybody else is arguing over what needs to get done. She's putting in the work. From there, my next characters are a pair of brothers, Otto and Waco. They're more newer. I made them like recently, the last couple years. With them, there are different aspects. I wanted to do something really special with them. They're brothers for the most part. One's darker than the other. Waco, the older brother, is darker than his younger brother Otto, and that was different aspects I wanted to touch on, like in the community where basically light skin, dark skin. I wanted to have some type of representation of that because a lot of people they have this really bad internal argument of light skin, dark skin, halves and stuff like that. There, it just I wanted to represent that with these two characters. That even though you have probably because when I designed them, like they have the same mother but different fathers, but it's just a whole family thing. It doesn't matter what you really look like or where you really come from. It's your family, and that's what I wanted to touch with these two characters. And then from there, my character Carmela, she was the fiery. She's a fiery character, and like a lot of different aspects. She's very passionate, very strong, very loving, and she's very, 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 very good. It just, she represents that fiery aspect of my character, my energy that I wanted to showcase was her. And the one that's missing on the cover that you get to meet in the graphic novel is my Bianca character. She is definitely a very important character. She's not really important to this story, but she's important to the next story. And with her, she is basically, she can be very shy at some points, but then at the same time, she's very powerful. But she holds back because out of fear, a lot of times, and a lot of just, she feels at some points like if it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and that's mainly the aspect I wanted with the team. Like, they don't always win. The good guys don't always win, but you learn from your mistakes, you get better, and if you have a chance to right your wrongs, you take care of them, get them done, and get the job done. Because like, different aspects of like superheroes, it's the good guy always wins, but I wanted to do something different with their characters. The good guys don't always win. They have to learn something from they have to learn from their mistakes, basically. And that's what I wanted to challenge with my characters. Like, they have to grow from their experiences. They don't always win. They don't always. It doesn't always go out in their. It doesn't always work in their favor. I want to knock that out. It's because, like Thanos, sometimes the bad guy has to win, so the good guys can feel vulnerable and they can learn from their mistakes. Because when you constantly winning, you get into this mode where you can't lose, and when you finally lose, it can be devastating. So, multiple losses over time, you grow, you get stronger, you get better, and then you're more prepared for anything that could and possibly go wrong. And that's what I wanted to touch with these characters. So all these characters are very dear to my heart. And win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna bring you these characters, and we're gonna see in the coming years how far I can take this. Because I love this. I love this work, and this is my legacy. That's a very, very strong tone with it. This is my legacy. I worked so hard, put so much time, effort into it, developing myself so I can properly display them and meet new people and stuff. And always, I'm always thankful for the opportunity to share it with you, and more to come in the future. This is Sean for 3B Comics. Biff Bam Boom, signing out.